Welcome to today's video. I hope you are good. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. Is it time to buy the dip, or is it a time to just let it drop and fall lower? Let's have a look at a few different elements that we need to keep an eye on. What could happen in the next couple of weeks, and why has it dumped? So, welcome to the channel. Again, subscribe, hit that like button and all kinds of good stuff. Currently on the daily time frame here, having a little gander. We're below the crucial area, which is kind of making me wonder, do I sell into Tether? The reason why I'm saying this is I do think it's going to come lower, especially lower. Now, let's look backwards. When you go beyond the moving average 100 or the moving average 200, it's a real big picture of trend. Trend analysis is key. Now, if you're here for educational purposes, obviously welcome. And this here is 177 days we've been above it, okay? Or maybe 176. There we go. So, it's a big crucial element. And if you go left, it's 377 days in terms of we've been below it, so bear market territory. This is crucial, absolutely massively crucial. And if you're looking at buying Bitcoin, yeah, it's cheaper than what it was up here, but I do feel that we could go lower. Possible targets, okay, let's have a little look. Now, why am I saying targets? Because in hindsight, we need to have a little look and see where we could, let me just make sure I get that right, realistically fall. We're in an absolute key area here. Absolute key bullet area, as in bounce area. We could bounce off here, but we could also drop further. Stronger support, stronger resistance in the Fibonacci area. However, this area and this area is pretty much, you know, I've got my eyes on those. So that's why I'm thinking I might just take a little bit of Bitcoin out into Tether, and I can counteract it anyways, because if we have an alt season, I'm going to come on to this in a bit, I can move into an altcoin and sell for Bitcoin with profit and grow my Bitcoin at the other end, doesn't matter. But the basis is, this line is so vastly important. On the daily time frame, that line is unbelievable. Same with the moving average, 100. I should have sold up here in reality when you think about it, but I just didn't. You know, I was kind of like, yeah, I've always been bearish, but I didn't think we were going to drop down this low, and 8K is low, considering where we've been for the last 3 months, give or take, you know, where we've been hovering. So it's massively important. But if you're a long-term investor, always look to accumulate Bitcoin. My honest opinion, I'm bullish long-term. I think in the next 3 to 4 years, it'll be totally different price-wise in terms of scarcity, halving, all kinds of good stuff. And even though BACT has had a negative effect on the market, yes, I know, but long-term, it's a good asset to have in terms of futures trading, physical Bitcoin, all that good stuff. So that's my thoughts on that. But let's look at altcoins, okay? Let's have a little look at the Bitcoin dominance for starters. This is interesting. Now, I've put here 65-day cycle. Is it ending? Possibly. This was a real good impulse wave up. What goes up tends to come down. We could start to see an altcoin season. Could. Not 100% yet. When Bitcoin dumped the other day, BTC dominance went up. Bit of a concern, so it wrecked everything. If I'm going to be honest with you, this needs to come down a lot more. It really does. It needs to really just drop its ass down to these regions and even lower. If it does, your altcoin Satoshi values in BTC pairing will go up nicely. Okay, understand that. What I mean by that is these. Your Litecoin, BTC. These are horrendous. You can see this. We're obviously below it. Bears all over the place. Yeah, this is old analysis. Every single altcoin looks like this. Looks a bit shit, to be honest with you. Looks bad. But when Bitcoin dominance comes down, this is what we'll start to see. We'll see the altcoin value. So necessarily, you may see your USD value fall through the floor, but your Satoshi values will be up. So you can grow your Bitcoin. If you can grow your Bitcoin for free, put your Bitcoin in an alt season, you win. Even if Bitcoin's coming down, even if your USD values of the coin's coming down, you got to remember, your USD value of a coin is a calculation from the USD value of Bitcoin. Don't worry about it. The better ecosystem is trade in Bitcoin. You're in an ecosystem with cryptocurrency. Trade for Bitcoin. Goodness me. Profit later on when Bitcoin's high again. That's how you do it. Now, let's have a look at a few other things. Now, total 2. Get this on your chart as well. This needs to go up. Okay, so if you start seeing this going up and your Bitcoin dominance going down, alt season is in play. Okay, so few coins to mention that I've got my eye on. Okay, some freebies for you. ADA, why? This is a huge amount of money. Okay, now obviously this is from this region here, we've been dumping like massive mad at the moment. We're looking to go above the moving average 34 again, or the EMA 34. But in reality, this here from April is crazy. It's a 300% move. That's huge from this point here. So I'm always keeping an eye on it. I'm always looking for opportunities to get involved in a coin with high risk reward. If I take a loss, it's a very, very small loss with a stop loss. I did it here. I got in at 500 roughly. It went up to 550. It dropped because of the Bitcoin dump. I lost 6%. Up-de-doo. But the risk reward of having, you know, a potential bounce recovery up to any of these points are ridiculous. Like, for example, up to this point here, it's 62%. Okay, what goes down and what bounces back up tends to be rather loud. That's 100%. Absolutely crazy. The lower the satoshis, the more the gains you're going to get. The multiples will grow. So opportunities all over the place. Do not become an idiot. Don't just forget about everything because USD values come down. If you see the BTC pairing going up, you win. You win Bitcoin. Free Bitcoin is always good. Now, other coins to mention as well. I want to mention XRP. Why? XRP has actually been the one that's been actually okay throughout this, weirdly. It's testing the moving average 100, which is absolutely unbelievable when you look at it. And you think like this was a Bitcoin dump, but just like, whatever, mate, bounced off it, which is brilliant. So that is strong. Strong trend there. We're above the EMA 34. We're above the moving average 100 as well. Key elements. So that could be good. That could moon in reality. That could really pop if it keeps going or keeps going up to this region here, which will be the next retest if this closes and is then support. You want it to become support and you want it to kind of arc up there and go with it that way. That's kind of what you want. So not much to really talk about other than be careful. Honestly, like, guys, be careful because this is ridiculous at the minute. Now this is obviously my normal chart. I'm looking at this area as a possible bounce area, but I'm also looking at this area as a possible melting area as well. So we could drop right down to 69. We could quite easily. Could happen in an instant, but the fundamentals are key. Long term, I'm bullish. Okay, holder of Bitcoin, I accumulate Bitcoin. I like accumulating Bitcoin for future wealth and growth. We do not know what's going to happen in 10 years. I also hold other coins as well. Longer term kind of bags that I kind of sit on. Very, very small percentage bag of my overall portfolio, so I'm not worried about them. But if they pop and I can get more Bitcoin out of it, I'll take a little bit out and put into my Bitcoin overall portfolio. But if we drop a little bit lower and we look like we are fully rejected, and resistance is in play for the moving average 200, I will look at removing some Bitcoin into Tether to buy back low. So that's today's video. Nice, short, sweet, just to end things on a week. I've had a terrible week. I'm not going to lie about it. It's been awful in terms of personal circumstances with my channel. You probably noticed one of my videos has been removed. That's all I want to say.